right, here's our Mandarin Clown female, who is nice and juicy looking. What's up, guys? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. As you can see, it's night. Pablo and I here very late today figuring out pairings, because we're trying to figure out, we still haven't paired up all our ball pythons, and the boas are pretty much paired up, but the ball pythons are still like, which ones are going to be old enough to make it? I'm going to show you some females that we have that are kind of on the borderline that we're thinking about pairing, and him and I are coming up. We're not going to give you all of our pairings just because I don't want to jinx myself too much, but we're going to show you some of the pairings that we're going to do. Take a look around the snake room. The monitor training is going real good. Pablo's been taking them out. I've been taking them out. We'll take a look and see how they're doing as well. We love our albino water monitors. And you never know what else we might see today. This is kind of like a potpourri day. Tuesday here at the facility. Probably this video won't go up until, actually it's Wednesday. Probably won't go up until Thursday morning, assuming I get it all video edited. But let's take a look and see what we got. All right, you guys got to see this. Once again, trying to show you stuff. It's all about the natural world. Look at these olive pythons basking in the sun. Both of them. The males over there in the back, the females in the front here. It was freezing cold last night here. It was literally in the low 40s. And once again, I thought about bringing them in. These past couple days, it's gone down, but I knew every day it was going to go up to the 70s in the daytime. So I said, you know what? They got a hot box up there. It reaches 60 degrees. Should keep them warm enough. And sure enough, they were huddled up there. And then as the sun came out, we always get this late afternoon sun here. They are sunning this. Look at this. Look at this female. She can't get enough sun. She is like literally raising her body into the air so that the lower portion of her body will get as much sun as possible so she can warm herself up. And that's what these snakes are about in the wild. That's what happens. These guys, you know, have cooler winters. And I think that's really what causes, you know, the breeding behavior. And if they don't get cold, it's like they're not going through the right cycle. And I've never been able to get them even close to what's as cold here. Remember, I have mine inside. My rooms just don't get that cold. And my wife screams at me if I run the air conditioning too low, and I still can't get them that cold. So outside, you know, it doesn't mean they're gonna breed. We might get nothing, you know. But if we do get something, then we know what the problem was. All I know is that it's such a predictable behavior that after a really, really cold night, that are going to be out here, you know, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon when the sun is hitting their cage and just soaking up that sun. Even albinos. She's a big girl, as you can see. She's loving the heat. All right, we're doing a little water monitor training here. This boy was in such a bad mood before. He was whipping me with his tail. So I figured, you know what, rather than push myself upon him, I'll just give him a break. And I came back now a couple hours later, and I put my hand in there, took him right out. It was like it's like he's bipolar. A schizophrenic, I don't know, multi-personality disorder. He's in a good mood now. So sometimes that happens, you know, they're in a crappy mood. Maybe he just woke up from a nap. Now he gets to just hang out with daddy here. So yeah, he's awesome. The female back there, who's in the back, she's been really good too. Pablo's been taking her out, and I've been taking her out. She's almost being more consistent with her moods than this little guy. But this guy's getting big. Look how big he's getting. I have a big hand too, as I always say. He's got a big belly too, because Pablo fed him 3 mice the other day. We usually feed him twice a week, either mice or quail. Tom Crutchfield turned me out to quail, so I have a whole freezer full of frozen quail, and they seem to like that too. A lot of people just only feed their monitors bird stuff. I think while they're growing up, though, I think the rodents are fine. I think, you know, they're in a growth stage, so rats and rodents and mice and stuff like that, I think, are okay. Maybe when they get older, because rats have a little bit higher fat content, we might be better off with the birds, but I think for now it's good. Young people could always handle more food than older people. Once you reach adulthood, you don't need as much to hold you there. All right. What's up, big boy? All right, a little update on my Labyrinth fire combination. Two of my favorite genes. Also het VPIT positive. Male just shed out. A little messy cage, but he's just shed out. You can see that beautiful blue eye, and Fire Labby genes look really, really nice together. It's a really good combination. The het VPIT positive is just a bonus plant on top of that. Really beautiful male. He's exquisite looking. So he hasn't eaten for the last 2 weeks. Now, obviously, he was in shed last week, but this week I'm surprised he's not eating right now. But of course, after I feed everything today, he'll probably want to eat tomorrow. Isn't that always the way it works out? Hey, if you don't eat today, buddy, you're not gonna eat. You're gonna have to wait till next week. That's just the way it goes. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Look at this. Look at this girl. Never seen a snake doing this. Look at this boa lifting up this rat. This frozen thawed rat I gave her. All right, there she goes. She's taking it. And yes, I have a male in with her. He's not interested in eating. He's interested in breeding. I offered him too. I know you're not supposed to do that. I always tell people don't feed 2 snakes in the cage at the same time, but I just know for a fact this male's not going to eat, so he's not interested. She's very hungry though. All right, looking at some big holdbacks. Pablo's gotten some nice medium rats into these girls. GHI Mojave Motley Super Pastel Clown. This girl's from last year. She's probably about 1.5 years old. I think she's gonna go this year. She might not go, now, but I think in a couple, like 2-3 months, I think she could potentially do a late breeding. We might even put a male with her now. She's over 1,200 grams, so I mean, here's her sister. This is the GHI Mojave Motley Pastel Clown. So this one has Super Pastel. This is a Pastel Clown. And once again, that Motley gene, which gives you the circles. Now these girls are getting bigger, so their pattern is spacing out. They're not quite as wacky looking as when they were babies, but they have insane potential here. And I know we have a male somewhere floating around here, their brother, who's also Motley Clown. And I want to desperately produce Super Motley Clowns, and I wouldn't mind Super GHI Super Motley Clowns. So these 2 girls are going to be definitely get bred at some point this year. They're killing it with the medium rats, and that's what we want to see. I just want to get them a little bigger, I think. But sometimes, like I said, when you breed your own stuff and you feed them from babies, a lot of times they don't never go off feed. And this one went off feed here. This one of these sisters, yeah, this one went off feed. And then this one was gaining by leaps and bounds, and then somehow this one almost caught up. So at the end of the day, they wind up in the same place. It's like your kids. Some kids start talking at 1 year old. Some kids start talking at 3 years old. When they're 5, they're all talking. Here's 2 amazing rainbows. This is a Butter Enchi rainbow, possible hurricane, possible. I think it's hypo also. And this sister is really, really cool. This is Hurricane Enchi. Almost positive there's hurricane in here. Hurricane Enchi, possible Super Enchi. I think there's Butter in here too, which is essentially lesser. And this is a visual rainbow. So they're both visual rainbows. They both have similar genes, but they're a little different. And really, I think we're gonna have to breed them to find out. You can see they have red eyes now. This one a little bit more. And that's that rainbow gene. It's somewhat of a T positive-ish type of gene. It's kind of like a meld between T positive, T negative. And if you put certain genes in there that lighten stuff up, like Butter, which is really which is Butter, which is basically lesser, and hypo, you're gonna lighten those eyes up until you get those nice red eyes, like you would see in an albino. This girl I'm really excited about. This is a Freeway, which is the asphalt yellow belly allelic combination, but it's het ultramel. And she has been killing the rats, mediums. I got to move her up to a bigger tub. We were so afraid to move her because we don't want to stop these guys from eating. Sometimes when they move up to bigger tubs, they won't eat. But I think she's at a stage now where she'll eat pretty much anywhere you put her. And the question is, who do we want to breed her to? We want to produce visual Freeway ultramels. I think that what we're going to do is I have a ivory ultramel male. Now the ivory is a super yellow belly, and he's a visual ultramel. And if we breed him back to this female, we're going to get some freeways and we're going to get some ivories, but 50% of everything is going to be ultramel. So while we have a male from this litter that is a freeway head ultramel as well, I'm just afraid that breeding, you know, the head ultramel, we're not going to hit the odds well, and then we won't get anything. So I'm going to hedge my bets, I think, and go with the ivory ultramel male and see what we can produce, because I don't know if anyone's produced, I'm sure someone has done it, but maybe not. I don't know if anyone's produced a T positive or ultramel freeway. I think they're gonna look really cool. I can't even imagine, because these are kind of like looking T positive anyway, the way they look. I wonder what it's gonna do. It's gotta lighten it to some degree. It's got, because it's gonna remove melanin. What it does exactly, we're gonna have to find out. All right, here's our Mandarin Clown female, who is nice and juicy looking. She's still, I don't know, she's still not really where I feel comfortable breeding her. She's a little over a year old. Well, she's probably about a year and a half old now, but is she killing the mediums yet?
Yes.
All right, so I figure another 2 months of mediums if she eats every week. We gotta start feeding her weekly maybe. And I think maybe she might breed this year. Our male, Banana, I'll show you in a second, Banana Pastel, or possible pastel, Banana Mandarin head clown that we want to breed to her. He is a year old, just turned, and Pablo's got him on the accelerated eating. He's going to need another 2 months or so anyway, even though he is producing sperm plugs. Let's take a look at him. Beautiful Mandarin Clown, though, female. All right, now this is our Coral Glow Mandarin. With Coral Glow, pretty much the same thing as Banana. I think it's a nicer looking Banana. Coral Glow Mandarin, possible pastel head clown male. He is about a year and a half, and not even, he's about a year and a couple months. And he is producing sperm plugs, but he's kind of small. He might get the job done. She needs another 2 months or so if she have really aggressive feeding. So I'm thinking that maybe in 2 months we'll try to breed these guys. If not, we'll wait till next year. I don't mind waiting, but I think that we'll be good to go. Once again, I'm almost positive this is Mandarin. You know, we can't, from my experience, it looks Mandarin, and when it was born, it looked Mandarin. And you can see Mandarin has almost like with Banana, it almost has like a hypo-ish effect on the snake. And there's a lot of oranges in here, especially when she was born. So we're gonna see how this plays out. This could be a really big breeding for us this season. It could be maybe our biggest one. And I'm excited about it. I know Pablo's excited too. We'll keep you guys updated. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. It's dinner time. Outback is being delivered, and I am hungry. I know Pablo's hungry to get. Oh, you're done. Pablo's intermittent fasting now. He's on a diet. He's doing this I think he's doing crazy with the intermittent fasting. I told him just spread it out, but he wants intermittent fast. He's lost over 20 pounds, so I'm very proud of him. That's good. We are all about health and fitness. He's on all the species nutrition vitamins here, and he's doing really, really good. But today we got to look at some cool females that Pablo is pumping with the food. We're hitting these guys with some medium rats, or girls, I should say, and they're right on the cusp. So I think that we're going to see a lot of, and you don't always see this, 1.5-year-olds breeding this year, females. That's amazing if you can get them to go. If not, we could always wait, but I seem to have good luck when they're on that borderline of that 1,200 gram and they're eating good. If they're eating well, a lot of times you get them to go. If they stop, while you start breeding them, sometimes they won't. You'll have to wait till the following season. So I always tell people to try. Put the male in, see if it goes. Our problem is that a bunch of these females, we're using very, very young males too, 1.5-year-old males too. So even some of them are a year. Sometimes they don't know what to do because you have two, like a really immature female, a very immature male. They won't get the job done, but sometimes they do. Sometimes it's better to put a mature male with an immature female, and they know what to do and they get the job done. So we don't know what's going to happen. We're going to try a bunch of pairings over the next couple of weeks. We're going to keep telling you all these new pairings that we're doing, and I'll keep you updated, and hopefully we're going to be getting eggs in a couple months. Can you believe it? This season is flying by. All right, guys, if you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow.